And when it was founded, there's a history of the consensus movement, and it came from the Quakers and then got adopted by the feminists and generalized. That didn't actually happen until the 70s and early 80s. And so when Twin Oaks came into existence, it said, oh, we want to do something that's better than democracy. Yeah, we want something that's not 50% plus one. And we think that we can do that by having this complicated set of clipboards that I can show you if you like. It might be a good picture, in which we have the equivalent of meetings but in a written format. And somebody reads what's there and then they write what they think.
Oh,
and they
add I remember. Yeah.
Right.
I think maybe
the O&I board.
You were showing that on the tour.
Yes, it's on the tour.
O&I board.
The O&I board. And what it does, which some people joke is called the OMI board.
Oh, my board.
But it's... and what we thought when we established this was that we would be able to use this technology, this kind of interpersonal communication technology, as a way to avoid having lots of meetings and to be able to make decisions in kind of an iterative way. And when it's working well, it works like that, where somebody will make a proposal and then somebody will add some good suggestions and people will generally agree, and then we'll know where we're going. The problem that we have, because we don't use a democratic system, is if I put up a controversial proposal and there are a number of people who are opposed to it, it's unclear how much I have to do to take care of the opposition. Yeah? In consensus, you have to get everybody to agree. And there is a consensus culture that our neighbor Acorn 7 miles down the road uses. They get together every Sunday, they talk until they have a decision, and when they're done, they have a decision.
But there are many fewer of them.
There are many fewer of them. But there are 30 of them now. I mean, it's kind of, they're getting
it is up to 30 now.
They're getting bigger,
wow.
yeah. And we, for our own crazy cultural reasons, we don't even have the capacity to make a community meeting in a decision in a community meeting, because we have this whole thing about protecting people who can't come to the meeting for whatever reason because they're doing other critical work. So very often we find ourselves in a situation in which we have a proposal, usually to make something different, that is causing some people to be very agitated, but those people are in the minority. And the question is, how much do we take care of these people, and how long do we talk about what it is that we're going to do to take care of these people? And a classic example of this was the pond. At one point we made a decision that we wanted to have a pond, and we put and we had money for it, but then it turned out that we didn't agree on what kind of pond we wanted to have. And some people wanted a chlorinated swimming pool, and some people wanted a 4-acre living machine over there, and some people wanted a little 1/4-acre pond over here, which we ultimately ended up with. And because we didn't have anything like a majority, and because we didn't have a structure with which to weed through the different choices, we had that discussion for many, many years before somebody finally said, I don't actually care which solution we choose. I want us to choose one, and I am going to champion this issue through these steps to get us to a decision. And they outlined the process, and people said, oh great, and then they took us through, and then we finally got there. But we can end up being very bureaucratically stuck because we don't have a sharp 50% plus 1 or 2/3 or whatever it is. We don't have something that says this is the definite cutoff. And what we can have is we can have a situation in which there's a proposal and there's a very small number of people who are being very loud, and that can cause things to slow down. Or we can have a proposal in which it's not a life or death situation, but people are not super excited about it, and other people are sort of a little bit bummed about it, and then it's like, are we doing the right thing by moving? And we're constantly asking ourselves these questions about things that we're ways that we change.
So no one's really come up with the answer to that conundrum then. How do we handle
some people
changes that need to be made? And
most often things are driven by some level of expediency. Yeah, like if you need to do something by some time, we do okay under deadlines. We are. For years we shipped thousands of hammocks to Pier 1 when they ordered them and ramped up production, and we're a very reliable supplier for them. We missed one delivery in 30 plus years of working with them. And we do, and we have a AAA credit rating. What we do, we were talking before about people who have different skills being in different places. So like where there's a need for us to interface with the outside world, we want to take the people who are super responsible and super reliable, so all the bills get paid on time, and all of the what we look like institutionally looks good on the outside. And we've made choices like banking with local banks and doing other kinds of things to ensure that we have strong and help our neighbors.
Do you feel that